Alright, folks, today we are going to fly from Nantucket to, actually from Boston to Nantucket. I'm just taxiing here. A little bit fast, but just want to get to the runway. You know what I mean? Alright, here we go. Come up to first long runway at Logan, which is 22R. But we gotta take off from the other end because this side's not open. So it's a bit of a long taxi this morning. Bit of a long taxi ride. That's alright. It's going to be a relatively short flight to Nantucket Island. Alright, we can do a cut in here. We don't need this much runway. Hopefully I gave us enough runway. I'm not even sure. That was a pretty awful takeoff. Get one all. Alright, we're heading over to Nantucket, which is off the coast of Cape Cod down here. The LNAV. And the runway 24. It does have, it's orange, which means it's not the best situation. So it's probably going to be an ugly landing too because of the winds. Be a challenge. Alright. Speed, yeah, it's about the maximum speed. Flaps up. Alright, leaving Boston. That's Provincetown right there. Hook, the tip of the hook. Cape Cod. Nantucket is an island just beyond Cape Cod. I'm not hearing any volume in my headset. Let me turn it off. Still don't hear any sound in the game for some reason. It's always something. I don't know why that is. Plymouth area. This is the Plymouth waterfront here. The Pilgrims landed their Mayflower over this way. Plymouth Rock is about right here in this area. It's a nice bay, but it is small. It doesn't have any good river inlets. But the Mayflower captain didn't know that at the time. His last name was Jones, and the river he was aiming for, I think, is this one right here. See this? It's Jones River in Marshfield, I believe, or South Plymouth, or North Plymouth. Jones River, or Kingston, maybe. It's named after the Mayflower captain, still to this day. They should have just gone a little bit north, right, and settled in Boston, but they just didn't know up here. They just didn't know. I mean, they had no way of knowing. So they did next best thing, which is Plymouth. At first, when they first got to Massachusetts and the New World, they landed around here, or over this way, in here, I think. And someone fell off their Mayflower and was killed while they were there. But they quickly realized it was better to go inland more. Must have been interesting in 1620 to go to a place where very few white people have been and start a new life. They had a lot of help from the Native American population. And probably, I mean, half of them died the first winter. You know, that's just tragic. Half. Out of 100 passengers, 50 died the first winter. It's really sad. But the book, The Mayflower, or it's called Mayflower, just Mayflower, by Nathaniel Philbrick, is a great history of the Pilgrims in Plymouth. This is the Cape Cod Canal here. It was dug around 1913. It's got 2 bridges and a train bridge, 2 car bridges and a train bridge across it, so 3 altogether. But they are nearing 100 years old and need to be replaced, all 3 of them. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. Imagine the 2 car bridges are not adequate for the traffic anymore. Traffic to Cape Cod is now legendarily bad. It was probably bad 50 years ago. You can just imagine what it is now. But they do have a train that goes to Hyannis. Public transportation is just not, I guess, what it should be. But there's always room for improvement with everything in life. Alright, we are hitting the VNav. Descending to 2,000. Landing in Nantucket. Very fast flight. This is the island out here. The other famous island is Martha's Vineyard over here. This Nantucket is really well. You got to be wealthy to live on Martha's Vineyard, but you got to be ultra rich to live on Nantucket. It seems the housing prices are. I mean, the average home price on Nantucket is probably over $1 million, which I find to be interesting because, I mean, you have no access to the mainland, and I mean, don't you get a little bit tired of just staying on your little island? I don't know. I've never stayed on an island. Maybe it has all the amenities you need. We're past the southernmost land of Cape Cod here. Hyannis Airport down here. We're going to be making a sharp 90-degree right turn. In order to make that turn, we got to slow way down. I don't know if we're going to probably overshoot it, but I'm going to start slowing down now. Some airports have adequate waypoints and turns, and some don't. I don't really understand waypoints. I should take a class on waypoints. But I'm not going for my pilot's license. This is just fine for me. Infinite flight. I also have Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I rarely use a desktop computer now. My son is always on it 24 hours a day, it seems. And now it's even in his bedroom, so I'm not going to be getting to use Microsoft Flight Simulator anytime soon. This simulator's good, though. It's just a nice little simulator. Take your mind off your worries for a little while. Well, you're making a nice short flight to a vacation destination. And Nantucket is a vacation destination, even if it costs a fortune to stay there during the summer or even winter. People go there all times of the year. I'm sure. Alright, we're not slowing down, so we gotta put some flaps on. And spoilers. Here comes the turn. Alright, I'm gonna go to 20 on the flaps. Do 175 for the approach. Auto brakes medium. That arms the spoilers. Alright, going a lot slower now for the hard right turn. want to try the approach mode. Or overweight. Too overweight must have. I'm gonna let us look. There's all sorts of stupid things in this game like that. Like, I just want to see what our weight is. Why we're overweight, but I can't check it because we're not on the ground. Which doesn't make, doesn't make sense. That's not the way it works in real life. The updates and changes to this flight simulator are very slow. I've been playing it now for almost 10 years, on and off. And I can tell you that they are slow to make updates. I mean, they must work on who knows how many other games or something. I'm not really sure how it works, but we're off the center line now too. In the vertical navigation. This is gonna be a hell of a landing here. Alright, let's take pilot off. Now just visually land it. Crazy winds here.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 30. 20. 10.
Alright, welcome to Nantucket Island, Massachusetts. Total flight time 18 minutes. And I'll see y'all later. First flight. Maybe later today. In the meantime, keep the blue side up. That's the guy from the 747 guy on 74 Gear YouTube channel. Keep the blue side up. Alright, talk to you later.